What's up, guys? Hey, good afternoon. Already 3 likes, and we haven't even started. So this is like what it should be like. I thought we start our live today with this blood, Labby blood, 100% head albino. Actually, one of the animals that were born late May 2023. And to be honest, I need to look it up. But what's today's topic? I believe I thought it's a good idea to talk about how you can successfully breed boas. But before we get started, let's have a look around a bit and wait that a few more people coming in, joining our live. So I just also posted a few stories on Instagram that we're gonna get ready for quite a few shipments right now. So we're gonna ship to Thailand, we're gonna ship to South Korea, we're gonna ship to Macau within the next month, and we have an upcoming shipment, of course, to the US. So in case this is interesting for you, or you like to see any pictures, videos of the animals that we have available, just send me a message, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna find a nice animal for you. As always, I really appreciate if you are not just watching the live, but also leave comments down below. Where are you from? What kind of morphs are you already keeping? What kind of morphs do you want to work with in the future? And also, send me questions. This is quite helpful because otherwise it's just me talking to a camera. So I really appreciate if you have any further detailed questions. Just send a message. That makes it way more easier for me to do those lives. So, yeah, today I thought it's a good idea to talk about breeding boas, and I get many questions, like every week, at least every week, once a week. What shall I do? Are there any big secrets? And we are doing this for, I believe, like at least 15 years. Or at least it's me doing it since 15 years professionally, and my partner that I'm working with, it's probably like 40 years. So and there are a lot of things that like some people call a hack or whatever, and I don't believe that there is any big magic trick behind. In the end, obviously, what you're gonna need is like a ready to breed female, and that might be the challenge number one. Is that when you check our logo, it says like. With passion and patience, and the patience is really like, I know it's kind of boring, but in the end it really is like a really big part of it. If you're not patient, I've seen so many customers over the years that were buying really good stuff, awesome animals, lots of potential. They bought some babies, but they are never making it to weight, to adult size. They are selling the animals 2 years after they bought them. So when it's getting closer to be interesting, or maybe if like at least they wait 3-4 years, and if they haven't been successful, then they are selling all their stuff. So in the end, this is really like absolutely a long-term game. And if I just think about our habanero project, we are now working on it for at least 6 years, probably even more, even longer. And yeah, so this is like, it really takes ages, especially if you want to create something like this that has never been done before, and you don't even know the outcome, etc., etc. And if you are working with multiple head animals, double heads, triple heads, quadruple heads, whatever, then it gets really tricky till you receive the first visuals. And especially, like, I get requested quite a lot. Hey Tim, I'm looking for a VPI Sanglo, 100% head habanero, so it's 100% head leopard. I'm like, yeah, I'm also looking for for one, because it is not that easy to produce 100% heads. I'm also looking for 100% heads to work with. This year was the very first year with a very small litter that we just even produced the first 100% heads, because what is happening if you start breeding for such combinations, you are producing heads, and what can you do next? You're gonna breed head to head. So what you will end up with is only 66% pos heads. So 2 out of 3 animals will be 100% heads, but you don't know which of them is like the real pick. And yeah, so this is like how it is. So you have to wait till the very first visuals grow up to breeding size, and then you need to produce with the very first visuals, like with the very first habanero. We have been able to produce the very first 100% heads. And this takes time. So it is like, at least if you're starting such a project really from the scratch, you have like, what have we been producing? I believe it was a hypo leopard to a VPI motley. That was the very first breeding that we did to get into the habanero direction. And yeah, so it takes like minimum 6 years to get 100% heads. So I need some time to read the chats. I saw there are some messages coming in. IMG, yes, IMGs are awesome, and I also will be checking it. Fun fact, I'm getting really old, and I need glasses, because I need to go way far to be able to read your comments. Hey, what's up in Southwest Florida? Yeah, so like Darren is also in the waiting game. If the babies are that small, all you can do is like, yeah, you need a bucket full of patience, and hopefully you make it till the animals are like this big. This beauty here has been produced, I believe, in 2017. And up here we have this old lady that been produced in 2009 by VPI, by Dave and Tracy Barker from Texas. And yeah, however, what does it take to produce a nice litter of boas? I already started. Like, you need adult size animals, obviously, and by saying adult size animals, it's not just the age. Sometimes people are like, my female is already 5 years old, but she's not having babies. Why is that? In the end, it also comes down to the condition the animals are in. Of course, you can have a 5-year-old female, but if she only weighs 2 kilo, what is like roughly 4 pounds, then at least if we are talking about a Colombian boa, this will not be enough. So the animals definitely also need to be in the right shape. I believe that 4 years is probably a really good age for a female, 4 to 5 years to be ready to breed. Of course, you can also produce animals way earlier. The question is if it's healthy for the female, and if you are happy if you're losing the female like after she gave birth or maybe before she gave birth. So everything can happen with the animals, and and once again, even though if you have a ready to breed female in the perfect condition with a good weight, you still need a male who knows what he got to do. So quite often, to be honest, I don't even see them breeding. You see them like the male scratching on the back. That's already a really good sign. So at least you know that he's very interested in the female. If he starts scratching the back with his spurs, and so this is what you definitely look like. But actually mating, I would say like in 99% of the cases, I don't see this. This happens like during night times, and or maybe when they are under the hiding place. This beauty here, by the way, is a red dragon ready to breed, and he's available. Just so you know. And talking about ready to breed males, with the males, they don't really like need a lot to do their job. I always like to compare it to ourselves, like to the humans. You should not overfeed them. I mean, obviously you should not do this with any of your animals, but especially with the males, like don't grow them too big, don't feed them too often. It's like if I'm having a 10-pound burger, then I would like to do a lot, but I would not think about making sweet love, if you know what I'm talking about. So it is like keep them kind of lean, keep them kind of smaller. I remember we had a 18 months motley back then when motley was still a thing, like a regular motley, and I just thought, oh well, let's give it a try, and I put him to a double head sanglow female, so a hypohead albino. So it was a crazy breeding, absolutely. So it's really really long ago, and with 18 months, it was looking so funny. The female was like 8 feet long, that's like probably 2.5 meters. So it was a huge female, Colombian female. And I had this tiny male. He was like under 1 meter. So it like, what is it, 2.5 feet long. And it was really looking funny, but he did an amazing job. I believe it was like one of the biggest litter we ever had with over 40 animals. This is why I'm always recommending, if you like getting into breeding, you don't necessarily have to put all your money into pairs. Get yourself females first. Like old females, this is like money on your bank account. You need to have old females. If you have 4-year-old females and you don't have a male yet, it's not a big deal. If you have 4-year-old males and you don't have a female yet, that's a big of a deal. So it's I can highly recommend, if you want to get started, just get yourself some females first, like with a nice potential. Especially like, for example, if you want to start with the VPI, it doesn't have to be like the super expensive VPI stuff, VPI Labby, head Enery or whatever, or yeah, lots of potential animals to name. But you can start with the VPI Sunglow, head Enery, female. And then you probably have money left for, because it's not super crazy, you can have like a VPI head Enery female as well. And then pretty much wait, enjoy, let them grow. And like after 2.5 years, 3 years, then you can start like looking around for a really interesting, highly potential high-end male, for example, depending on whatever your budget is. So like looking for a VPI Labby head Enery or a VPI Snowglow Labby or whatever your purse allows yourself or your spouse. Yeah, so this is like what at least what my attempt would be if I would need to start from the scratch again. I would get females first. Obviously, it doesn't have to be super expensive, but you should have high quality, so you know what you got, and yeah, and then you can like take it slowly from there. So I saw some messages coming in. What is the IMG doing to albino? I've seen that the IMG can do really beautiful things to albino. To be honest, we are not focusing on the IMG combination with albino. I've always had kind of a hard time to decide what I'm really looking at, and so for us it is more that we focus on the VPI IMG stuff. So there are definitely more knowledgeable people out there than me. Yeah, thank you. The Red Dragon male that I showed off, he's really, really stunning, and it's he's also like absolutely glowing. I really like the intense yellow. Yeah, this is great. So put a link down below here for the YouTube video with the IMG and albino. That's 100% helpful. I can show you what an IMG does to a spectre. Like, this is the famous IMG spectre jungle, hyperspectre jungle. Is there another name for hypospectre? I wish. So this is like IMG hypo jungle spectre female that we produced this year, and yeah, she's like driving me crazy. You can already see super dark on the sides and very light on top of the animal. So I truly hope that it remains like this. Obviously, I gonna expect that. She will get more and more black, especially like towards the tail. This is like in the front. It looks more like a grayish color, but in the towards the tail, it gets darker and darker. So, but I really like it. What the IMG did so far. And here we have the sibling. This is the VPI IMG Poshead Black Eye Anery. It's a female. Also one of the animals that we're gonna let go for sure. But back to how you can successfully breed animals. So with the males, you don't need like what I wanted to say is you don't need large males. You don't need super old males. They can possibly breed with 18 months, but it's definitely better to have like a 2.5-year-old male. That's for sure. And also, I would not push them too hard on feeding, like especially if we are talking about 18 months. It was not like a super fat male that we had. It was really like a tiny, really tiny male, like smaller than a corn snake in adult size. And yeah, however, what else is helpful if you want to breed boas successfully? Like, if you have the possibility, you should definitely try to separate males and females. So you keep the males, like this one here, separated from the females all over the year. Sometimes you see that we are housing males and females together, but this is just because we don't have the space at this time. And before we start like mixing males of different breeding groups, then we rather keep males and females together. So what we always try to do is, since we are working with animals, especially if you're having a lot of animals, you definitely need to pay attention to potential diseases. So what I wanted to say is that we keep our animals like separated in groups. So we are not mixing all over our stock, like putting one male, like especially it's tempting if you're having a very expensive male. I remember we had an albino motley we bought for 7.5K. So it is really long ago. It was a Carl albino motley baby for 7.5K many years ago, and then it is super tempting to put him all over your facility, like in every cage where you have a ready to breed female, to put this male to. But what we are always what we prefer to do is like deciding this is a breeding group for this male, and then we stick to it at least for several years. And just in case that there are no breeding attempts successful, then we start looking into adjusting and maybe looking for another potential group. But otherwise, we like to keep our animals separated in breeding groups. And this way, just in case anything happens and you're having a disease coming up, then you are able like to kind of track down what animal got in touch with other animals. So I hope you get the idea. Today I don't know. It's Sunday. It's Sunday, so I saw a message. How many females can you breed with one male? I would say that it's definitely possible. I know that a lot of people, they only like to do the one-on-one. And I would say like you might be able to breed one male with up to 3 females, I would say. But you definitely need to be like, okay, putting in the male to the female, let him breed, then replacing the female. Or if you have like 3 cages and the females are separated, then you can be like putting the male like week by week to the female. So this is a possibility. I'm pretty sure this always depends on the male as well. Like this can also cause that you have that you don't have like full potential. What is it? I have lack of words today. Fertilized is what I was looking for. That you don't have fully fertilized litter, but we definitely had 100% fertilized litter, like one male to several females. It really depends on how good you also like work with it and arranging the conditions. If you put in one male just to several females in the same cage, the male will choose his favorite and then stick to her. So this is like at least what our experience is, and I would not recommend doing it. Or at least you have to expect that there is a big possibility that that nothing happens, like, or that you just get one litter from 3 females. So this is like taking a sip and think about what I wanted to say next. It is never that easy, and it is never like this. If you stick to that plan, this is going to be happening. Because I remember, if we're talking about this one male to several females, I remember we did this like that's more than 10 years ago, and we have been producing with one male 3 successful litter in the same season. The season after, he was doing nothing to the same females. So this is like, and also I highly believe in that the males can kind of feel if it makes sense to breed a female or not, so that they kind of that they can sense like if a female is ready, if the follicles are growing or not. And this is like, I mean, you all know that there are a few breeders that are checking the follicles, that are checking the follicles with ultrasound, and if they are not growing, or at least if they are not big enough yet, they don't put a male in. And my partner got really good at it by just checking the females, because he's working so close daily with his animals that he just sees when the follicles are growing. So you can really tell that the body in general is getting a bit more massive. So you don't necessarily need an ultrasound if you got his experience. Not saying that I would be able to spot it, but in the end, it's like if you check the females on a daily basis, then you can tell that there is something going on. So this is why lately we are receiving. We used to have like a breeding season in our head, and we put males to females. Like we started mostly end of November. So this was working for us. And now we put males to the females when my partner sees that follicles are growing. So, I mean, obviously that's kind of logic thing to do, but for many years, for us, it was a season in our head that was like starting towards, like, some people try to start breeding earlier, to have the litter first, to be able to show off the babies first. So they put the animals together like end of August, early September or whatever, and they are cooling down the facilities. And we doing none of it. So we like, yes, we also still in like kind of a season that we towards the winter time we start to introduce males to females, but otherwise if it's summer or spring and we see that the follicles are growing, we put a male to the females, and that's why we have like successfully litter for mostly all over the year right now. I mean, our first litter, I believe we already had a litter on New Year's Eve. We had, I just see here, the first litter of this year. It was like mid of February. That was kind of okay, but we are still expecting, I believe, the last litter of the season. So right now, the season is kind of all year round, and it's also like so different. I mean, there's a huge difference if you're living in Florida or if you're living in Texas or in California, Japan, whatever. There are always like different conditions, also different conditions in terms of air pressure. So, and I don't believe that we already fully understood. We do have a lot of assumptions, like what is working, how, and what is triggering the females. But I believe that there are so many other things like at work that we haven't even been thinking about, or at least we have been thinking about it, but we don't fully understand what is working how. So, yeah. Do you have any questions so far? Let's check some messages. Hey, Kirk! How is it going in Canada? Does it matter whether you're introducing the male into the female's cage or vice versa? I know that there are rumors that it is better to introduce a male to a female's cage than vice versa. I also heard about the idea to like introduce a male to the female's cage when she's like close to shed or just got out of their shed. But in the end, it's like a lot of things that can influence it. As I said, we had like the same conditions, the same females, the same male. Just 1 year later, 1 year before, he was producing 3 perfect litter. Next year, he was just laying in the corner, ignoring the females, doing nothing. So, yeah, we do not always fully understand how it is working. We also like, there are theories that the males can have like a competitive reaction if you put another male in the cage. This is like, you can do this if you have a male with the same genetics, otherwise, or with the completely different genetics. Otherwise, it can be quite dangerous because you don't know what you end up with, and you're looking to a litter. You don't have the exact genetics for. So, however, we know, obviously, we all know that the pythons are really... Hey, my brother just joined in the live stream. And do you want me to teach you a bit about how snakes are breeding. My brother is not into snakes at all, so he's a fishing guy. If you are interested in fishing, you can also have fishing. You can enjoy fishing videos and have a German lesson because he's doing his videos in German only. But it's definitely worth to check it out. So Nick, you should leave your channel name here so they can check you out. Back to the point. What have we been talking about? Snakes make different love. I totally got distracted now. So hey, what's up? Hello. 3 times hello. Fantastic. Welcome. All right. So yeah, I really got distracted now. So not sure what we have been talking about. Hey, Blake. How are you doing? Great to see you here. All right. So we have been talking about breeding, males to females. And how you can do this successfully. So just have a male to female cage. Hey, you're paying attention. Thank you so much. So yeah, it is like, is it helpful to put the male into the female's cage or vice versa? If I have the chance, I always put the males to the females. So this is like what we have done so far, and but in the end, I don't believe that it's a huge challenge to do it vice versa as well. So it's always like a difference. Right now I'm kind of back on track. So it's always like a difference where you are coming from. It's a bit like the same what I've already been talking about in some earlier live chats is like you always need to check like the conditions. For example, it's like a family reunion here right now in the live stream. So my mom just checked in as well. So it's, driving me crazy. And next time I need to block my family. All right, so if you like to check out my mom's channel, she's doing yoga, by the way. So just check out her channel, and then you can also have like a German lesson there as well. All right, so what I wanted to say is that it's always up to the conditions that you have at your facility. Like for example, if someone from South Florida says that he is not spraying water for humidity, I truly believe it. But you should not take it as a recommendation to not do it for yourself. It is more like check the humidity and then like spray water. So what I wanted to say is that you have completely different circumstances. For example, if I'm talking to some of my friends and customers from Norway, then they're gonna tell you that in the wintertime they have a big problem to get the humidity over 20%. So they need to spray lots of water. So it is always like the conditions that you have at your facility. And it's always like the question, when does it get colder at your place? And yeah, so I highly recommend to try out different things, and some of them are working, others probably will not. There is no like 100% recipe, so doing this and that, and you will have 100% success. So this so we are coming back to what I said in the very beginning of the live stream, is that once again, I lost it. That you need patience. So this is like, it truly is like this. 1 year or maybe 2 years in a row, a male will not start breeding. You are getting fully frustrated. And the next seasons, he's one of the best breeders possible. Sometimes I also have the feeling that with a certain male, it is not working. A certain male does not fit to certain females. So then it might be necessary to change males, change females, etc., and just give it a try this way. So this is why I'm also highly recommending to not get like just one pair if you want to get in a certain direction, and if you're looking for like a certain morph combination that you like to look at, or that you want to produce, then it is always better to have like a bit of a low-end females, get several females, not just one female, because if you just have one single pair, the chance of not being successful is significantly higher. Like this is why I'm also often like to add, like if you're interested in a couple of animals, I always like to add a backup male, so you are on the safe side and you will definitely be successful. So today I really have been talking a lot. So let's take a chance and check some of the babies of 2023 as well. So this is like Hypolabby, 100% had VPI snow glue. And next to Sanglo Labby, 100% had Anery. This is they are from our VPI Snow Glow Labby litter that's been born this year. So this is like a VPI Snow Labby. It's female. And a holdback. So, but in general, to get back, is that we recently uploaded quite a lot of animals to our website and also to our Morph Market accounts. It's definitely worth checking it out. Like this Hypojungle Head VPI blood male that's been born earlier this year. And I already said this in the beginning of the live, is that right now we have shipments coming up for Thailand, for South Korea, for Macau, and to the US. And also, I'm still looking for a breeder with a good reputation in Mexico. If you know someone from Mexico, whatever you want to name it, I'm very much interested into getting in touch, because every now and then we get requests, and that would be quite good information to know. And yeah, so within the next 2-3 weeks, we're gonna get our US shipment out, and we still have some space, but we're gonna be forced to close it within the next probably 7 to 10 days. So just in case that you like to put your hands on a beauty, just let us know. There's nothing you have to do beside letting me know what you're interested in, but you don't have to do anything regarding the import. We are taking care of everything, so you're gonna get the animals shipped to your doorstep or to your FedEx hub, depending on what you prefer. Both of this works for us just fine, and you have 100% guarantee that the animals will make it safe and sound to your place. So I'm fully responsible that the animals, yeah, will be at your home in the best shape possible, and otherwise I'm the one who will take care and find a solution. All right, so 45 minutes. I guess that's enough for today. in case you have a question, in case you would like to talk any further details about how to breed boas, just send me a message. You can send an email to tim@imperatormorphs.com. Also, I put in the YouTube descriptions, you're gonna find my mobile number using WhatsApp, Signal. Yeah, can also send me an SMS if this is still a thing where you're from. And Facebook, Instagram, you're gonna find me mostly it's Imperatormorphs World, Imperatormorphs Official. So you got plenty of choices. Okay, so have a great Sunday, have a great week. I hope you can enjoy a bit of the time with your family. Take care of your animals. And we're gonna see us hopefully soon, not sure how soon, since I'm on my way to Denmark to join my family. And they left for a vacation today. And I have like minimum 1 more week to work. And then, yeah, fantastic. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the feedback. I'm very happy that you enjoyed today's live. It's been a lot of talking. So I hope, and less snakes. So hopefully it would be amazing if you can take away a bit of it. And yeah, thanks to my family for watching and to pushing my pushing the numbers. And hopefully I don't get to see lots of yoga and fishing videos now. All right, thanks a lot, guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.